everyone. Welcome back in. Miss Dr. Karen Emerson is here in studio. She's a familiar face and knows everything about critters, wings, all that.
Everything.
And you're about to celebrate an anniversary.
And I'm so excited. We're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
And it seems just like yesterday that I opened the clinic. And it all started in 2014.
Okay.
I was actually practicing in Starkville, and I decided I'm going to take the step. I'm going to fulfill my dream, and I'm going to open my own animal hospital. So I was driving through West Point. I went to Broad Street, and all of a sudden I look up, and there's this brick house, and it has a for sale sign, and it's abandoned.
Okay.
And it's like God just told me, call. And I called, and I bought it within 24 hours.
Oh my goodness, that was a fast.
It all just laid out for me. I called my husband, I was like, I just bought a house. He was like, what? And I was like, so we tore it down. I actually got to design my own practice.
Okay.
I designed everything in it, and I opened Emerson Animal Hospital. And then the next week or so, I went ahead and started contacting WCBI because my dream was to have my own hospital and start doing an animal segment on television so I could educate the public, because I've always done that in the past because we've owned pet stores. And it's just local, but the response I've gotten from this over the last 10 years has just been amazing. We get to go on, we get to bring the client on sometimes, we bring the pet on, and we actually get to tell the whole story.
Yes.
We get to tell when the pet presented, what was wrong with it, what kind of disease process they had, and what we did to help it, and then the big, huge finale when they're well.
Yes.
And you get to see
and
them on
we love
TV.
a good,
oh my God.
animal.
Yeah, and that was my goal, is to open a hospital that provided people with the best communication, the best education, and of course the best health care.
Now, even though we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary, you've had 20 years of experience.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
So
Yeah, I can't believe it.
talk about just vet school. You went to Mississippi State.
Yes, I went to Mississippi State. I graduated in 2006.
And you said it was the hardest thing you've ever done.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it has to be.
Yes.
Because you're not just studying about one species, humans, you're studying about cattle and dogs and cats and birds, and they all have different animal, types of physiology. But, I love exotics. I also do exotic medicine. A lot of veterinarians don't do that. But I grew up in pet stores. I have a parrot that's 35 years old that I've had. Yeah, they can. I wanted to bring him this morning, but he wasn't in the best mood. He is 35. I've had him since I was 11.
Okay.
But
how long do they live?
They can live to be 100. They can live to be 100 years
goodness.
old. Yeah, yeah.
Goodness.
But 10 years ago, with the support of my family, especially my husband and my children, they were 6 and 3 when we opened the hospital. It's not an easy thing being a mom and opening up your own practice and doing that, but it's worth it.
Yes.
I always tell people, follow your dream and whatever you want to do, because my dream came true. And it has just been fabulous. But to my clients out there, I wanted to say thank you.
Yes.
And to all my patients and to my awesome, wonderful staff who've just done a fabulous job. And without them, we couldn't do what we do at Emerson Animal Hospital.
And so we were talking earlier, I asked, what is the most common type of dog that you see at the clinic?
We see so many. We see a lot of course, Labrador Retrievers, Shih Tzus, Dachshunds, Yorkies. We're seeing a lot more of these designer breeds like Shizons, stuff like that. We pretty much see almost everything. And then the exotic aspect, we see a lot of birds, we see a lot of ball pythons, lizards,
oh my goodness,
hedgehogs, kangaroo.
And we're
had
not
a kangaroo
scared
the other day
at all.
No, because I did special training to be able to do all these.
So talk about that type of special
so
training.
I actually went to LSU for 9 weeks for an
go Tigers.
externship. Yeah, I did get to work on some lions, but we got to do a lot of birds and lizards. But me growing up with an exotic background, owning pet stores my entire life, I got that. Basically, a snake or a lizard was like my go-to pet. It was like I grew up with those, so it wasn't anything abnormal. And with the birds, but the problem was I never could find a veterinarian in our area to treat our exotic.
Yes.
So that was my goal also, is to be able to offer exotic medicine to the area, and we offer it all over. We have people come from Memphis, all over, to bring their exotic pets.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. So when is the exact 10-year anniversary?
Let me tell you, it's August 9th. It's going to be from 10 to 1, and we're going to give away tons of gifts. We're going to have food. We're going to have cake. It's just a time to come and celebrate. And I'm just so excited. I'm actually ecstatic that it's here, and I can't believe it's here. But it's been a wonderful 10 years, and I wanted to thank WCBI for all of your support, because it's been fabulous.
And congratulations to the achievement. And Isaac will have your weather next.
WCBI Animal Health with Dr. Emerson was brought to you by Emerson Animal Hospital in West Point.